I'm just getting ready for another class. Thought I'd throw on the video. I'll probably have to stop halfway through because my daughter will want to be picked up from the train station. But what am I doing? I've got to do a quick 2-hour class for the council, and I'm thinking, right, what could I do? So I'm going to make a no-sew journal. I know there's others out there, but I'm using some old library books, which I've just taken the cover off. I'm going to take the block out to reuse the cover. Obviously I'm going to have to cover the inside because this one was glued. Sometimes they're just sort of taped to itself, and like this one I undid and there's no damage whatsoever because the protective cover was taped to itself. Can't get that off though, so, but that's okay because usually they've been you can see cancelled. Now, so when I do the workshop, everyone will get a cover, but I would have already taken the book block out because I find that it takes too long. Plus, I have to always have a few extra just in case they go through the spine. So this is really well stuck in, isn't it? How are you today? No Woody today. It's actually a beautiful 23 degrees. I've just finished putting washing on the line, but then it's kind of come back in cold tomorrow apparently. So, but I'm even in a t-shirt. Woo! I had to laugh. One of the librarians that I work with as a volunteer the other day, he was counting bits and pieces, doing a bit of a stock take of tools and things that he had, and I waited for him to finish, and he said, oh, thanks for that. He said, you know, I am a male. I can't even chew gum and walk at the same time. Cracked me up. What a wally. Oh dear, some people are funny. So this workshop that I'm doing down at Semaphore is on behalf of the council. It's a free workshop for participants, and the council pays me to run it, which is nice. And so I try and do not just cards and things like that. I don't do them all that often because they like to mix up their facilitators. That's my turn again. The pages. Oh, that's stuck together. Oh, might keep that because I could put a bit of a strip of paper over there, and you know, I've got a page for a journal. Nice. Right. Normally I'd rip this off, but I'm going to glue it back down. Actually I might just use this blue glue. Having fun. I just had a visit from my son, which was nice. On his way to the shops to buy himself a strainer, a colander. And I went, well, hold on a second, let's look through my cupboards as I may have a spare one. And indeed I did. So jackpot for him, he doesn't have to buy one. And I got another thing out of my cupboards. Yay, win-win. I'm just wiping that off because it gets, you wouldn't think it would, but it gets sticky from the glue in the book. Right, so my idea is to use the book covers obviously we're going to have to reinforce the spine, and then I thought I've got, oh, and put something decorative on there, because of course, like, I don't want a book that talks about the Western Front. So we'll put something down there, and then pop in some large eyelets, and then the obviously not this one, could be too tall. The pages can just go in through some elastic that we'll put through, and you know, it's going to be no-sew. So it's kind of like a traveller's notebook, you know, your Midori style, but we're not even going to be sewing the pages, and they can take them out. Right, okay, a little bit of cardboard for down there. Right, these are just all obviously old, it's old packaging. I just need to find a piece that is long enough, but not too thick. See this stuff here, if you can see, like, you know, it's probably about 2-3 mils thick. That's way too thick. I find in workshops I'll be doing it, and people will be cutting along here, and then they just cut straight through. So it's a bit more work for me, but it's makes the workshops run smoother. I tend to, at the beginning, demonstrate how to deconstruct a book, and then they can do it at home at their leisure. Because it's going to have a lot of tearing on the, oh, not tearing, you know, it's going to get pulled around a bit. And then this, because it's reinforced, we can always cover it over with something else. Or maybe I should put that on the inside. That's a good idea, Mandy. Put it there as extra reinforcement. This is the, oh, what do they call it? Oh, the name eludes me, sorry, but it's, can you see that it's reinforced inside, and can you see that it's shiny there? So I've got to wet that. I'm just going to use my baby wipe, and then that becomes sticky. I'll stick it down, and it's not really going to go anywhere, because it's almost like a packing tape, but one that you would use for, say, in artworks and things. Oh, and it's very sticky, so that things don't. Yes, that's a good idea. Put that there. You see, I'm rubbing it into those little gaps, the little gutters. I like to call them gutters. This probably is a proper name for them, but. Right, oh, not enough water there, easy. In fact, I found that if you put too much water on it, it gets so slimy. And usually I have a dried one of these, and I will just dunk it in the water, but there we go, that's done there. Okay, so that's a good bit of reinforcement. So we've put a bit of not too too thick card over the top of the center spine, because remember, most of these hardcover books, they don't have this book board in here. So put a piece of card in there. It's still got a movement in it. I've put that reinforcement tape on, but we still need something for there. But that means we can now put something cute like lace or material. Thinking. What shall we do? Right, let's go through these, TB. I spent a couple of days making, it's only just thin index cards, but making them with my punch board. And then like a week later, I saw it on Tracy Fox's site, she did exactly the same thing. It was so funny. Now I can still see the writing under there. You probably won't see it as much. Thinking maybe I need to, oh, we've got the stays on here in brown. There we go. I'm going to oh, got a little piece of, I'm going to just brown over that because it's very, maybe not. Watch me make mistakes. And it's going it's going on the book cloth. None of it is going onto the writing. Okay. Oh, that won't work. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that one. Thin piece of ribbon. Yes, that'll do the trick. No, this is when I was going through my laces, my oh, it's not really the right colour. My aunt, my dad's oldest sister, who was the youngest of, I could put two. He was the youngest of 13, and she used to work in a lace factory. That will do. And for whatever reason, my mum had a huge amount of laces, and I got more when she passed away, and I just had, they were just all in a box, like not on cut. That's what took me 2 days, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 baskets. So you saw the 2 that I just brought over, plus they're half baskets, plus I've got 2 full baskets. Whew. Never have to buy lace. My daughter said, if I catch you buying lace, Mum, I'm going to have to string you up to the gallows. Right, now I think this is like, it's supposed to be like a bias, but it's not a folded over one. You can see it. It's not even on a spool. Right, so we'll have to use the fabric glue. Oh, get the lid off. Oh, and it goes everywhere. Yay. It's nearly at the end, so I had it upside down, but obviously that was a mistake. Okay, well, let's run this along here. I am making a mess and loving it. I just don't love the cleaning up part, but I don't think anyone's any different. Just right. Oh, look at the mess I've made. I've got it everywhere. It's gone everywhere. Note to self: do not keep that bottle upside down, or keep it upside down, but then turn it. Let it turn over for a bit before you open it. And I'll just. Hello lovely people, I'm back. A few seconds for you, but it's been nearly 2 hours. But what I did was I thought, now before I turn the camera back on, I'll actually sort out some bits and pieces, so I'm not having to skip and edit that stuff out when I'm trying to find stuff, and you know. Anywho, so I've got some material to cover this up. I'm not sure whether I just want to go with just plain calico or grab this out of my slow stitch box. It depends. So I printed out a couple of, this is a digital I made myself, and I want to put that. So think that one will enhance it a bit better. So let's cut that to size. I like it when there's a little bit out of the, not too much, but just a little bit top and bottom. So we'll do that. I have to put that back in my slow stitch container, and we'll make it about the same width as that brown tape. Okay. And that's already fluffy. I want this end to be a bit fluffy too. Right. Now, I've kept my glue up this way. So I'm not going to open it and end up with glue everywhere. Oh, I left that there when I went and grabbed my daughter, but that's okay. Be all right for this, and then I'll wash it. So I picked my daughter up, and she'd had her car in to have some damage fixed. She had a slight, it was only a slight tap of an accident, and she just started to go, and the person in front of her didn't. So there wasn't all that much damage, but I mean, if the other they didn't have much damage either, but hardly any. If they weren't going to claim, then she wasn't going to worry because there was no problem with her car. But they decided that to claim, so we rang our friend who's a crash repairer and got him to get hers assessed, and he booked it in, and got a call to say she could come and pick it up. So when I picked her up from the train station, her car's name's Squirtle. Go figure. Anyway, she's from Pokemon, I think. It's Crooked Mandy. And not that it matters. She's cut out, well, with the cricket, she's done the like a sticker. I'll just leave that, fluff it all out, and I can trim it later. But, yeah, so she's got this Squirtle on the back of her car, and it's her favourite blue colour. She loves it to pieces. So she was very excited that she was going to pick it up. So I had to drive her over there and get that picked up, and she got a call to say, can you come into work? So she's zipped off straight to work. Packed her some leftovers for her dinner break. But now I'm back. Right. I want it like that. I'll have the rose in the, I think I'll have the rose in the corner. So I've pulled out some papers that I can, the didn't do that very well, Mandy. Silly woman. That I can make the no-sew journal with. But the idea that I want to show people when we make it is that they don't have to have all of these papers. So like I've even got here, like it's a whole heap of it's an old writing paper which I'll fold up so that, you know, they can see that they can just use old you know, they can just get a book. I'll even find an exercise book that'll fit, and you know, so that they've got some different ideas, so they don't have to think that they'll never be able to fill it back up because they don't have the same papers that I've, what are you doing, Mandy, that I've had. So I find when I'm doing these workshops, especially when they're not always crafty people that book into them, if you make it too hard, they just, you think, yep, then you've just scared them off. They're never ever going to want to try and do anything ever again. And that would be a shame, because we all know the benefits of crafting, don't we? Not very good tearing there, Mandy. I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, stupid, silly woman. I can just put this on top. So I'm having the rose in the corner at the back, but not at the front. So there'll be a tiny bit there, but you won't see it because I think I'll also put a pocket in the front. I should be wearing those, shouldn't I? Otherwise I'll get inside at night and can't see. Give that a bit of an ink. Just hides the, especially where I didn't quite get all the white when I tore it at the edge. My printer does print borderless, but it's in the photo setting when I do it, so it uses so much ink, and I'm still only just plain copy paper. I don't need really good amount of ink for this, especially when it's so light to begin with. So sometimes I do it if I can go in and change to plain paper, but still get it to yes, there we go. That'll look cute, won't it? Right. I think I'll do Rachel's trick. I'll do that in the middle and then put the glue around the outside. The wind's starting to pick up. They did say there'd be a change by tomorrow. It's still really nice though in the sunshine, and but I can hear the wind chimes going. I don't know if you can hear them. No, not the one. Pretty. Same with this side. This glue's not too bad. It's just like Kmart's own brand, Anko. It's really soft. I mean, it's supposed to be for children, of course. Well, no, it doesn't say that. It just is glue. And it actually, I'm surprised, it sticks quite well, which is good because when I'm doing stuff like this, you know, it's not costing a fortune, but it's really soft and it can be quite messy. Anywho, I got them on clearance. I'm obviously not doing the smaller bottles anymore, so that ended up being 25 cents each. Can't complain with that. So I think I bought what they had, and there was 4 in a packet, $1 a packet. So I'll be able to use them for my workshop, save a bit of money. I don't think it's going to work like I normally. Oh dear, I've left the door open. Sorry if the cockies are too loud. It's alright, you can just put me on silent and have to listen to me yabber on. Now, A4. It would be good if they didn't have to. Be good if they did not have to cut their fabric down. Hey, I mean fabric. I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all. There. Yeah, so we're going to go quite. There's the there and there. So the middle is about there. And it's going to be quite close to the edge, but that's okay. It's like 1 centimetre from the edge. About there. Okay. Now, I do have a crocodile. Am I the only person in the world that can't set a crocodile eyelet? It doesn't matter what I do. I have these on the right settings and it just doesn't work. But I do like the hole punch part. When we do these bigger eyelets, oh, not bigger eyelets, doesn't matter, but when you are going to be seeing them on the inside and the outside a lot, you want them to set nicely on both sides. What colour will I go for? Could just be brown, boring brown. Yep, boring brown it is. Not that that matters. Still looks lovely. Suppose I could put gold in there. Okay, let's have a look. Put a gold one in. Okay, we'll put a gold one in. Then we don't have 3 shades of brown. Good idea. Yep. Okay, so I've just got it. I was going to use my hammer, but I thought that's not a good idea when you guys have to listen. So we will just use the trusty old silent setter. Oops. sorry. Nice. Okay. Okay. So I've only got brown elastic, so not going to have much of a choice. I'm going to do it like that while it's in, then it'll bring it down even further. Yeah, no. Right. I like how I'm asking you guys, but you're not going to answer, are you? The idea is to show the people that if they had, I've got 20 sheets here, which is, all right. I'm not going to, no, I'm just going to roughly fold it like that. And this will go in here. So it's, and there's your notebook ready to go with just paper. And that's the easy way. Plus you also, you could, because this is A4 as we do in Australia, so an A5, oh, so that's now A5, an A5 exercise book would just go in there, but you've got a cute cover and a hard cover. So there's that. I'm going to keep that because I'll need to show them. But what have we got in my little bag of tricks? Let's see. So this is along the same lines. I've made, I've got 3 bits so far. So I've got like a all over background, just the stripes, just the music with the rose in the corner, and then this one's, yeah. So I wanted them because I wanted to use them in a tall journal. But I thought, oh, I might as well print them out here. So this one's just, it's a bit of, oh, like Broderound glaze. From these images from the graphics very. I thought that was cute on the back of the, like out of a botanical journal. What have I put on the back of this one? Oh, music. An old bass. So, don't know, sort of instrument that we don't have anymore. Kind of looks like a bassoon, but it's not because it's actually a brass instrument. But it's got all these keys, which brass instruments don't usually have, whatever. Anywho, and then that one is a just an image of a doily. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of those, but this is out of a gardening book. Now, I have to, so they're chips, so that would have to go, oh, and then you get a little flower on one of the pages. That's pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to start folding these. Right, let's, I've put the pages in order to, oh, sorry, I think I just, now, just have to decide if they need, a couple of them I've already added. So this, I found this little half piece of this needs strengthening. So, because it will just crumble and fall apart. It'll just rip every time the book's opened. So let's I'm going to glue that down. It even cracks when I fold it. It's a shame because I've got the whole encyclopedia. Oh, I've got the whole encyclopedia, and it's a shame to waste all of the paper. I'm going to put a bit of glue down the middle, only so that it helps this paper, but we might have to, I think. Might have to put something down there just to strengthen it. How about this that I just tore off something else earlier? Can you hear my neighbour talking? I don't know who he's talking to, but someone. Technically, I'm actually next door. My scrap room is the rumpus room of the house next door, which we also own. And I got my hubby to block it off from them and put a door through the wall because the dividing wall of the property. So, alright. Probably should wait. Oh no, so I should have waited till that dried, but it's okay. Right. A little bit long there. Tell me what. I'm just going to ink it. There we go. Cool. Folded the music in, and I thought that I can have two side pockets then. I can hear the dog knocking at the door, but he'll survive. As soon as he comes in, now that my hubby's home, as soon as he comes in, he'll want to go back out again. Because he needs to share the love evenly. Of course. There. It's upside down, but it doesn't really worry me. Right, okay, we need to beauty of making your journal like this is that you can change the pages around while you're filling it up.
Why did you close the door?
Because I'm filming.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. And the cockies make a really loud sound.
Okay.
Good boy. Okay. As I was saying, the beauty is that you can change the pages around to suit while you're, journaling up until you get to the middle part, I guess. If you're writing, if you're just, doing if you're art journaling or something, you could change it around every time. Okay, I think we've got everything we need. There. Oh, no, there. I decided to put a flip out on this bit. Folded it over to strengthen it, and then we'll put right there. Yeah, right, the flip out. That is also, because it's so thin, I think that is going to need something down the center. What have we got? Not long enough. No, not long enough. Those are the ones that are off my piece. I don't need to mark quite that wide, does it? Right, let's put it in and see how it goes. I decided the bow was too bulky, so I undid it, which means, of course, I can cut them off. Right, so your no-sew journal or never-ending notebook. We've got plenty of room to decorate. I'm not going to do much decorating until after the workshop because otherwise they'll want to do it during the workshop and we'll run out of time. So that will be a video for another day. But there we are. That's going to be really flippy, floppy. I might have to put something there. That could go there. with that. I think this piece of a printable was left over from, oh gosh, I think it was the lockdown kit from that Tina gave us from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I made the journal. I've used the journal. It's just in my scraps box. There we go. That makes it a bit, yeah, not quite so tender. There we go. Nice. Because a pocket is always good. Have I got any scrapbook paper here? Oh yes, that's scrapbook paper. And I've got to make that straight because otherwise it'll annoy me. It's only out by one meal at, look, that end, see? Hair at the other end. But had to be. Right, we need a across the top. Put in a gusset. Do I? I think I do. So you tend to have quite a bit of paraphernalia that you collect along the way. Nice. So you see, it's got even fit my hand in there. Can you see all of? You can see. Oh, there we go. Fair bit of space just by putting that little Z. It's good. Well, I'm pleased with that. I'm hoping that the ladies who come to the workshop down at Semaphore in a couple of weeks will enjoy it too. After the workshop, we will do some, I have to stop saying some tags and embellishing some of the pages a little bit. Okay, thanks for joining me today. It's fairly plain, but we shall decorate it together in a few weeks. I wonder if these, I wonder what these were. I don't know what they were from. Something. Oh, that's cute. Double-sided. That isn't. A little bit. No. Yes. Oh. Let's, should we put these in? Of course we should. Oh, what a silly question. Oh, I found an old elastic. I put that in there just to hold it together. Of course, you know how you do it in a traveller's notebook. That could go over. We will continue on this journal in a few weeks and decorate up the front. We'll actually sew the journal and we'll do some embellishment over it and finish it all up. So I hope you have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your day and I will catch up with you next time.